to the B Lounge podcast for all things business, insurance, and finance. Now, here's your host, Dr. T.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your host, Dr. T of the B Lounge, where we educate, equip, and empower you through music, business, insurance, and finance. I am so excited about this episode right here. Excuse me. You know, this month is all about it's self-care awareness month, breast cancer awareness month. I know it's breast cancer awareness month. And so I was excited that my friend, my workout buddy, um, trainer, the bomb, decided to come on this and talk to us about self-care for the entrepreneur. Her name is Dr. Sonnet Grant. She actually have a magazine that we're going to talk about. She does all things health, wellness, and self-care. So welcome, Dr. Grant. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Pearson, doctor to doctor.
I know, right?
It's a PhD holder over here, though. She on a whole nother level. So I'm honored just to be here.
Wow. Wow. Well, I appreciate that. I'm humble for you to be here. And I am so excited about this interview. So let's get into it. So,
Right.
so this topic is on self-care and the entrepreneur. And I know that your background is you're a certified personal trainer, as well as tell us everything else that you do as far as when it comes to health and wellness.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So I pastored for 17 years.
That's right.
Yes, I pastored for 17 years. And then this shift, and that part is still in me. But this shift to health and wellness, because there are so many people, God wants people healthy.
Exactly.
He wants people healthy. And there are so many people that are walking around with issues that, let me say, they really don't have to be walking around with.
Right.
And it's all about prioritizing your self-care, taking care of yourself, eating right, exercising, getting sleep, all of those good things. And if people would just make that a priority, they would definitely see a difference.
Exactly. So why do you think us as entrepreneurs, like we always talking about the hustle and the grind, why we don't make self-care a priority? Why is it always at the bottom of our list?
Because it's all about the hustle and the grind. It's about making that money. I got to do this. I got to get this done. I got to meet this deadline. And in the midst of doing all of that, we forget that we have to take care of the person who is doing all these things.
Right.
And so that's what happens. I had this little saying. I said, while you're rocking your goals, make sure you rock your health.
Right. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. Rock your
Yeah.
goals, rock your health.
Yeah, because if you wear out, then everything else falls down. So
Exactly.
it's important to take care of yourself, take care of you.
Right. And you know the whole motto is that ain't no sleep until you die. The devil is a liar.
Because let me tell you something, Dr. Pearson, I love my sleep. You can
Me
ask
too.
my husband. I love my sleep.
You know what time I'm in the bed? 9:00 p.m.
Now that's good.
9:00 p.m. I am in the bed because I'm up at about
Okay.
4 or 5 o'clock a.m. So I believe in getting those 8 hours of sleep. And so also I put a couch in my office because I believe in naps.
That's good.
I believe that you should have a nap. I've been like that since I was little. Got nothing to do with getting older. I've been like that since I was little. I love a nap.
Yes.
When we was in school, when they say nap time, I was ready. But I knew sleep was a good, was a good way to restore,
Yes.
to let your brain and your body just relax and
Yes.
wind down for the evening.
Yes.
And so, give us some more insight in
Yeah,
it.
and also I want to talk about I love naps myself.
Okay.
My son bought me a T-shirt a few years ago that says the Nap Queen.
I love it.
So that goes to show you. But one of the things that people do, which is a no-no, is they eat and then they go to sleep.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
So give us some pointers on that.
Yeah, so that's not a good thing because for one, especially before you get ready to go to bed at night, because that time is where your body is restoring and doing all
Mhm.
the work that it needs to do to get you healthy. And if you eat, then it has to like take time away from that and work on digestion.
Right.
So it's like still working when it's
Right.
supposed to be resting.
Right.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
want to make sure that you eat at least, I would say, 2 to 4 hours and before you go to sleep. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is like, what if you eat 2 to 4 hours before you go to sleep?
Mhm.
Do you need to be still active doing those between those 2 to 4 hours, or can you be relaxed and winding down your brain?
Well, I would say what I tell people, and I know it gets to be a lot. It's like, wow, I got to do all that. But one of the things is after you eat, maybe do like a little 15-minute walk or just a little something to kind of work off what
Hmm.
you've done.
Hmm.
And then you can kind of relax from
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's some good advice.
Mhm.
Now let me ask you another question. Like with me, people are into intermittent fasting. How is that? How does that work for an entrepreneur? Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, so intermittent fasting is like most people do like the 16-hour method, which is kind of what I do. So it's you 16 hours you don't eat
Hmm.
and 8 hours you eat. And for those 16 hours, again, it's giving your body time to not have to deal with food, not have to deal with all those processes that come along with that. And then you take those 8 hours to get your nutrition in, get what you need. But again, it's giving your body that rest time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Giving your excuse me, your digestive tract to counter
Right.
rejuvenate and
Rejuvenate.
take a
Yes.
rest.
Yes.
Because
Take a
we
rest.
always, I'm a snacker.
Okay.
I love the snack.
Okay. All right. What kind of snacks?
Well, I like sunflower seeds.
Okay, that's a good snack. That's a good snack.
Yeah. I like walnuts. I love walnuts.
Okay, good
And I
snacks.
love almonds.
Good snacks.
Now, some of those bad snacks, sometimes it just depends on the mood I'm in.
Okay, you gave us the good
Yeah, I
first.
gave you good
Okay.
first. It
Hmm.
might be, let's say, potato chips or
Not a good
sun
snack.
chips. What about sun chips?
Mm, I'd have to look at the label. Do you look at
I
labels?
do.
Yeah, you
I
gotta look at
do.
labels.
Yeah.
Learn how to read labels and see exactly
Hmm.
what's in each serving, so then you
Right.
can kind of cut off. Because we gotta live life. We have to
Right.
enjoy. So if you're gonna eat a bag of potato chips, maybe eat 12 and then leave the rest in the bag.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's kind of hard. Because let me tell you,
Yes.
them Lay's plain potato
Oh my
chips.
gosh.
Lord have mercy.
Mm.
Those things, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12. Let me cut 12 in half, just eat a little bit because
Right.
they are good. But
They
as
very
at some
good.
point, you got to
Moderation.
exercise discipline and say,
Mhm.
hey, I got to cut it off. Yeah.
So let me like with me, and we're gonna this is her debut of her magazine, Fit Decisions. Yay! And so I am in here.
She's in the
Wow, I'm in the magazine.
magazine.
And
Yes.
so I am so proud of her for putting this magazine together. And she's going to definitely tell you how you can get it. But this is the September, October issue, and it's talking about being financially fit, um, surviving breast cancer, fit, fine, and free at 53. We definitely going to talk about that. What does that mean to Dr. Grant, Dr. Ford-Grant, and
Mhm.
prioritizing self care? So that's what we're about to get into because I think I can't wait to read the magazine.
Yes. You in it, but you
Yes,
ain't
she
ready
wrote my
yet.
copies today. I
Yes.
cannot wait to read it. So, what inspired you to start a magazine? That's a major milestone.
It is.
You're a spiritual coach, you're a life coach, right?
Yeah.
You're a certified personal trainer.
Yeah.
Are you a certified nutritionist as well?
I am not, but I know a lot about nutrition.
I
Just being a
yeah.
fitness coach, you kind of learn all of
Exactly,
those different
exactly,
things. So
exactly.
yeah, but I'm working on that.
I love it.
I'm
I
working on
love
that.
it. So what was the desire to write a magazine to put this whole thing together?
You really want to know?
Because
Okay.
I am so excited. It motivated me.
Okay. So let me give you a condensed version. A lot of people know I was in the Miss Health and Fitness contest this summer, and God had me in first
I
place pretty
remember.
much the whole time. There were 8 rounds, and 6 rounds I made it. I was first place out of thousands of women. Within my group, I was first place, and the prize was $20,000, the first place prize, cover of a magazine, and the title of Miss Health and Fitness. And so, God had told me, see yourself winning. So I was excited about it and just knew that meant that I was going to win. And again, he kept me on top the whole time. And then the last seconds before we advanced to the seventh round, I got knocked back down to second place. And you had to be in first place to advance to the next round. So I didn't advance. And I was a little mad at God. I was like, you told me to see myself winning. You told me to enter the contest when I really didn't even want to, so I had a little issue, whatever. But when I got over it, I remember laying in my bed one day and I heard the Lord say, start your own.
Well,
yes. And he said, wow, he said, I had you in first place, not just to be in first place. He said, but I was preparing you. And he said, while you were competing to be on the cover of someone else's magazine, I was preparing you to be on the cover of your own.
Wow, look at that.
And that's how
Wow.
it happened. So see that faith part, that minister part, that God part.
It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere, no matter what
it does. Many people don't realize this about me, is that I used to be a youth pastor. Yeah. So it doesn't go anywhere.
I know you're a church girl. I went to a church one time and visited.
Oh Lord.
And, I didn't know anybody there. Well, one of the ladies I trained, and she invited me to her church, and I come and I'm like, there go Terica up there tearing up them drums. Can I say tearing up the drums? She's a drummer extraordinaire.
Thank you.
She's a church girl.
I am a church. I'm a kingdom girl.
I love it. I love it. I corrected myself the other day about religion. This kingdom right here. Yes.
Yeah, there is a difference.
There is a difference.
There's a difference because there's a big stain. That's a whole topic for a totally different day. But there has been such a big stain on the church. So true. Because of many controversies, many scandals.
Yes.
And so I try not to relate to the church because the church is in us, period, anyway.
Right. We are the church.
I'm about kingdom business.
That's right.
Just like you. That's why God told me to buy this building.
It's a bad building, y'all. And by bad, I mean good.
Thank you. To launch the academy. Go feed my sheep. Go feed my entrepreneurs. We always think it's about pastoralship in the pulpit, but God told me a long time ago, my ministry was not behind the pulpit, not behind the four walls of a church. And so many times we think we got to have that title when we don't. And we don't. To witness and to minister about God's grace and goodness and mercy. Yeah. Like I said, that's a different topic for a different day.
Yes, that's a whole
yes.
show in and of itself.
So in this magazine, she talks about, are you financially fit? So kind of explain that to us without not giving away a lot in the magazine.
Yeah, basically, it was written by Barbara Galloway. She is has a master in finance, and she's a financial advisor. And she just pretty much in this, she talked about saving for vacation. And all of it was about, you want to be fit, you want to be fine, but once you are, you're going to want to show that off.
Exactly.
And do you have the funds to be able to vacation
where you can show it off?
Where you can show it off. So she pretty much talks from that standpoint and talks about different things that you can do to save up to be ready for that.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like many times as entrepreneurs, we always chasing the dollar. That we don't realize the more you chase something, the more it runs from you.
So true.
And many times we have to just take a step back and let it come to us by budgeting, by saving, by being great stewards of what God had already given us.
That's right.
So he can trust us with more. That's right. And so I cannot wait to read that article, but
so I have to show you off a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
So I call them trailblazing women who prioritize self-care.
I do.
And Dr. Pearson is numero uno. She's the first person.
Who is that?
Shown here, that girl. That is her. Yes, Dr. Terica Pearson.
Wow.
Is talking about all that you are doing, all of the great things. And I'm just excited to be in the building. When I tell you I'm excited to be in the building, this building is.
Can we look at this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here talking to my folks over here. and we supposed to be over here.
Mhm.
Yes. So just excited to be in the building and all that you are doing through insurance, through training. We were here a couple of months ago.
And the commercial is ready.
Oh, the commercial. I was in the commercial. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. But we were here and I got a chance to tour the building and it is beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate
And I'm
it.
proud of you. And just to see an entrepreneur, a Black woman doing her thing and God blessing it. And yeah, the way this building is hooked up is definitely God bless you.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you. But this is all on you right now.
Okay, all
Dr.
right,
Ford-Grant.
all right.
So I want to know, you said fit, fine, and free at 53. What does that mean?
So I turned 53 on September 13th of this
Mhm.
year. And that's when I launched the magazine. And the Fit, Fine, and Free is all about me coming out of the church in the sense of pastoring, sense of the four walls, and just being comfortable with where God has me now and understanding that just because I'm not behind the pulpit anymore, that God is still using me, but
Sure
in a
is.
different
Mhm.
capacity
Mhm.
and being comfortable. And, you know, because I'm in a bathing suit and
Mhm.
there's some people that were like, Pastor, what we doing over here? And to be honest, I was the
You
same thing.
free.
Yeah, I was like, God,
You
what are we
free.
doing? But he was like, we're free. And there
Yeah.
are people that are going to be drawn to this
Right.
that I'll be able to witness for him even through this.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly. Because it
yeah,
is about living a balanced life.
it is.
And that's one of the things, us as women entrepreneurs, and I'm going to kind of like narrow it down to that, is
Mhm.
that many times we are kind of stereotyped as being too emotional
Mhm.
as far as handling decisions. We work more off our emotions than not off of logic.
Right.
And how can we balance that with health and wellness so we can maintain a balance between our emotions and rationality when it comes to making those business decisions that needs probably a quick one, or it's a tough one where we gotta let go
Yeah.
of certain things or close down certain things. How do we handle that from a health and wellness standpoint?
Well, one of the things that I want to say, and something that we don't do on a regular basis, is learning how to spend time by ourselves and making that time productive in the sense of just being quiet. Because sometimes,
Mhm.
even when we're by ourselves, we're on the phone, we're on the internet, we still try, especially entrepreneurs, because we always, yesterday, I had a day where I did absolutely nothing. And I said, God, I just want a day where I'm doing absolutely nothing. And I was doing absolutely nothing. I was like, God, I need to be doing something.
We still don't get it.
We don't know how to just shut it off. So
Yes.
learning how to take that time, that quality time, and just being quiet, tuck the phone away. Get off the internet. Don't
Yes.
think about business.
Mhm.
Put all the papers away. Don't check the emails. Just take that time to
Don't
be
check the
quiet.
text messages.
Don't check the text messages. Yes, and
Mhm.
just be quiet and take that time to hear and
Mhm.
focus and meditate. So that's one of the things, because fit decisions is all about holistic health.
I love it.
It's not just about exercise. And when we think about health and wellness and fitness, we're thinking about just working out, but it's about all of us, our mind, our body, our spirit, learning how to exercise all of those so that we can be
So
whole.
how do we balance that out? Because I hear some people say, only way I can feel like I gotta work out, I gotta work out. I don't know how to rest.
Mhm.
How can we start that? And then, like you said yesterday, you were sitting down and thought you wanted to do something.
Mhm.
How do we balance that?
Yeah.
How do we create that balance where we don't feel like we're not productive if we're not
Mhm.
moving, where
Yes.
we can just be still, relax. And how do we do that? How do we transform the brain, the
Yeah.
mind to think that way?
Yeah. So the first thing is recognizing that all of me, all of you is important.
Mm-hmm.
Not just my body, not just my mind, not just my spirit, not just my business, but all of me is important.
Right.
And so when we recognize that, then we'll start put together a schedule
Mm-hmm.
and say, hey, from this time to this time, all I'm going to do is read. All I'm going to do, read something spiritual or read something that kind of
Mm-hmm.
gives you rest or read something that exercises your mind. taking that time and then say, okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to do business or I'm going to work out, however you choose,
Mhm.
however it works for you. But understanding that all of us is important. So just prioritizing and putting a schedule together
Okay.
on how to fit it all in.
Like before we got on the air, I was telling Dr. Ford-Grant that one of my things of self-care is that I take a trip in a minute. And it could be for a whole day. I leave that morning, fly out that morning, and probably come back that evening or the next day. But during that time, I am not on no social media. I am not even looking at a screen because we spend but 90% of our time looking at screens,
Yeah.
whether it's the phone, the TV,
The
the
camera.
laptop, the camera, everything is lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
Even when we don't want to be on it.
Right.
That we gotta film everything.
Yeah.
That we don't really understand that we gotta break away from that stuff so we can give our brain a break, give
Right.
our eyes a break,
So true.
so we can get back to our center, to our focus.
Yes.
So I believe in self-care. Mostly on Saturdays is my day to do absolutely nothing pertaining to business.
Mm.
It could be going walking, it could be going shopping.
That's therapy. Mm-hmm.
Yes, going
Mm-hmm.
shopping or just looking around,
Mm-hmm.
and I think sometimes even you don't even got to be with people. You can
Right.
just be by
Alone
yourself.
time. Yeah.
And one of the things I did a video on the power of saying no without no explanations.
Without an
You don't have
explanation.
to, if you don't want to do it, you just don't want to do it. You don't
Mm.
have to give an explanation why I gotta do this. I just don't want to do it.
That's
I'm
it.
chilling. That's
That's
it.
good.
Yeah. So give us some other things, give us some advice on this um on other things the entrepreneur can do to practice self-care. We said time, put it on your calendar. So
Mm-hmm.
we do know that, put it on your calendar. Um Try to cut off from everything. Try to cut off from everything and just be by yourself. Cuz
Mm-hmm.
many people can't just be by themselves. They got to always have some type of company.
That's true.
And so give me like three other ones.
So definitely one that people neglect is nutrition.
Yes, please explain how that is very important with your moods,
Yes,
with
yes.
your
Food
everything.
food affects moods,
Yes.
whether we know it or not. and
Mhm.
and so we have to definitely begin to look at what is right for me. Now I'm going to share something with you, and I don't know if everybody can get it, but there's something called an allergen test that you can
Okay.
ask your doctor to give you, because sometimes there are food allergens, things that our bodies don't like,
Mhm.
and it may not necessarily react at the moment, but maybe 2 days later you realize you got a headache,
Mhm.
and it's because of something that your body didn't like. And so your body begins to build up antibodies to these things when they come into your system, and after a while, if you keep doing them, then your body starts attacking you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and so we're dealing with all kind of autoimmune diseases and all kind of different things. So find out what things agree with your body, and then prioritize veggies, veggies,
Mhm.
veggies.
I like juicing mine.
That's good. That's good. The only thing, and juicing is good. You just have to be careful because all the fiber is stripped out. And so, like sometimes I add flaxseed in there, which
Okay.
kind of gives me some fiber.
What about chia seeds?
Chia seeds are very good.
And
Very
that's the
good.
difference. I used to have a juicing
You
business.
did.
So that's the difference between a cold pressed juice and a centrifugal juice. You want to
Mhm.
do a cold pressed juice
Right.
because it keeps mostly all those nutrients in there
Mm.
because it's mashing it out instead of cutting it
Instead of
out.
cutting it out.
So that's the difference in that. What else?
And balancing it out. So a lot of times people like to stay away from carbs. I
Mhm.
mean, there's good carbs and there's bad carbs. But all of that is important. Healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and different things like that. So making your plate balanced with some fats, with some good carbs, with some protein, all of those different things are very important. And like I said, finding out what works for you. So nutrition is important. We talked about rest. We talked about
Time
sleep.
management.
We talked about time management. Talked about meditation, getting your thoughts in order. So all of those things, and definitely exercise. But let me say this: exercise does not have to be. Forgive me, gym owners. Exercise does not always have to be in the gym. You can utilize things at home. You can utilize your stairs. You can get a jump rope. There are different things. You can get you some weights at home. So there are different things that you can do. And then you're like, well, I don't have time to work out. Okay, well, if you have time to watch TV, guess what? When those commercials come on, get up and do something. Maybe 5 minutes. When you're cooking, don't just stir the pot, stir the pot. Find ways to
Right.
work that muscle and get it in. And it's a balance of cardio and weight training, because some people just think cardio and getting on the treadmill, and all of that is fine. After a certain age though, all of that cardio is going to work against you, because we're dealing with hormonal stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we don't want to do that. But we do want to get some cardio in. Hit training is especially good for those 40 and up, and that's like a quick hit it, stop,
Okay.
quick hit it, stop. And so, but all of that continuous cardio is just going to build up cortisol, the stress hormone, and what's not used turns into fat. So you're wondering, like, I'm doing all this exercise and I'm still,
wow.
you're doing
Because
too
we
much.
do reach plateaus. Because I reach one. Like, shout out to level 5, Corey. He the one helped me lose 100 pounds when I first started about a few years ago. And then I plateaued and I started gaining weight. And so shout out to my other trainer, Denise, who is amazing. She is amazing. But one of the things that I had to do was I was doing a lot of cardio and not a lot of strength training. So once I started doing strength training, I started shedding pounds again.
Makes a difference.
And I don't know about anybody else, but me as an entrepreneur, working out just helps my day.
Yes, it does.
Like early in the morning before I get started, it really helps my mind. It helps my mental. It helps my spirit. Because when I work out, that's kind of the time I do my meditation, listen to either it's going to be something funny on TV because I love comedy, or is it going to be something inspirational, or I'm going to recite my affirmations, or all three above while I'm working out to get it in. And so it really helps me as an entrepreneur to keep my metabolism up, because our mind be going so much during the day with everything we have to take care of. Even though I have a calendar, my calendar is full all the time on my phone. But still I have to still prioritize stuff, and make sure that I get up in a certain amount of time to get my workout in, because my metabolism goes down about 7 o'clock, because I'm going to bed about 9.
Right.
You see, so I'm more active about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Some people, they more active in the evening.
I'm trying to get that 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got there yet. I'm excited.
Well, I had to. Because I think more clear during the morning than I do in the evening. I'm ready to go to bed at 9. My body's like, it's time to go to bed, Dr. T. I'm ready to get my rest.
Can I tell you something? So I haven't gotten that going to bed early down yet. Sometimes it's like 11 o'clock. But my husband and I, about a week ago, we shut off. It was at 9:30, and we got in the bed. We turned off the TV, got in the bed, and the next day we were both like, wow, like that was good. Like to just go to sleep earlier. It gives you, you're ready for the next day, because your body has gotten the adequate rest that it needs. But when we're late at night and then jumping up the next day,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
And we as entrepreneurs, we have to prioritize that, because if we jumping up that next morning, we're not giving our mind and our brain enough time to wake up.
Right. That's right.
That's right. Even at 4 o'clock, I don't get straight up and go work out. Right. I lay in the bed for a minute. I pray, read my Bible verse for the day, because I read them every morning. And I meditate for a little bit. And then I gradually get up and get my workout started. Because many times we're so much in a rush of everything we got to do, as far as the hustle and the what?
The bustle.
And the grind.
And the grind. Hustle,
bustle, and the grind.
I'm old, y'all, so bustle came out, but hustle, bustle, and grind.
Well, I ain't too far behind you. And so we get so used to that we don't know when to just make sure we're taking care of us. We go back to that self-care. Yeah. And prioritizing that, but living a balanced life. And that's why I cannot wait to read the magazine, the first one that I am in.
Yes,
I love it.
I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited when I reached out to you.
Mhm.
You know, I'm like, she's so busy, and she's, Miss Tarek up here saying Dr.
People
K.
just don't know I'm the
Yes,
most open and
yes,
approachable person in the world. I
yes.
love to have fun.
Yeah, you were like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we did it, and it is done.
Yes, she gave me the deadlines, and
Mhm,
I made sure to get them. And she followed up because I didn't get the first email, so I
mhm.
was happy about that.
Yes.
So as we end this, give us where they can find you, how they can purchase the magazine,
Okay.
um, and what's next for Dr. Sonnet Ford-Grant.
Yeah, so you can go to www.fitdecisions. Well, actually, it's fit-decisionsmagazine.com
And that's with a Z at the end.
with a Z at the
Okay.
end. DECISIONZ.
Okay.
Fit-decisions.com.
I love it.
Yes, you can get the magazine, and we are getting ready to launch the second issue. So that will be the
What?
holiday edition, November, December, and I'm excited about everybody who's going to be a part of that. And um, Fit Decisions magazine is all about helping people understand the importance of taking care of the whole them, the
Right.
whole you. And so you'll definitely find articles in there: finance, fashion, fitness, faith, all things health and wellness, just so that you can take care of all of you. And so I just want to say thank you, Dr. Pearson, for
Thank
letting me
you.
hang out with you
Yes.
today.
I
Yes.
think we need to have her come and do like a class.
Oh,
Health and wellness
I love it.
for the entrepreneur.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think we need to get a class together for that.
That sounds good, because there's a whole scope of
Plethora.
plethora of information, different products that
Mhm.
I know that can definitely benefit people and help them accomplish their goals.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
That's real good.
yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on the B Lounge, the Business Lounge. This is your host, Dr. T, talking about all things business, insurance, music, finance, in no particular order. So you never know what you're going to get. So thank you so much, and look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you for tuning in to the B Lounge podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and tell a friend. Follow us on all social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for continuous updates. Talk to you soon.